there, English learners. Welcome back to the English Jenny podcast, your favorite English podcast for learning English naturally. Building speaking confidence and having fun while doing it. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Ethan. If you're new here, welcome. This is the podcast that helps you practice real English conversation, improve your speaking skills, and finally feel comfortable and confident when talking to people.
Today's episode is one I really love. It's called How to Never Run Out of Things to Say.
You know that feeling when you're talking to someone and suddenly everything goes quiet?
Oh, yes. That awkward silence. You look at each other, smile nervously, and your mind just goes blank.
Right? You start thinking, should I say something? Anything? But your brain is like, nope, not today.
It happens to everyone, even to people who speak English perfectly.
Exactly. It's not about language. It's about connection. And sometimes our brain just freezes because we want the conversation to go well.
Yeah, we want to sound smart, funny, or interesting. But the more we try, the harder it gets.
So true. But here's the good news. Being a good talker isn't about being perfect. It's about being present.
And that's what we'll talk about today. How to make conversations flow naturally without feeling stuck or lost for words. If you've ever thought, I don't know what to say, then stay with us. This episode is for you.
Let's start with a question. Why do we sometimes run out of things to say?
I think the biggest reason is pressure. We want to sound smart, funny, or interesting. So we overthink everything we say.
Yes, you're in your head too much, thinking, what should I say next? What if I say something wrong?
And when you think too much, your brain freezes. That's why sometimes you can speak English fluently alone. But when you're with people, boom, your mind goes blank.
So the first rule of never running out of things to say is this: stop trying to be perfect.
Yes, you don't need perfect grammar. You just need to be present and curious.
Here's a secret. If you focus on the other person, you'll always have something to say.
Exactly. Ask yourself, what are they feeling? What are they interested in? What can I ask about that?
People love to talk about themselves, not because they're selfish, but because it feels good to be heard.
So instead of thinking, what should I say next? Think, what can I ask next?
For example, if someone says, I just got back from Japan, you can ask, oh, really? What was your favorite thing there? Or, what surprised you the most about Japan?
Or even simpler, wow, I've never been there. Was it your first time?
See, you don't need complex questions. Just be curious.
Let's talk about one of my favorite conversation tools. I call it the 3F trick. Feelings, facts, follow-up.
Oh yeah, this one is great.
Here's how it works. When someone says something, respond to it using 3 possible angles. 1. Feelings. How do you feel about that? 2. Facts. When did that happen? Or how long did it take? 3. Follow-up. What happened after that? Or what did you do next?
Let's do an example. If I say I started learning guitar last month,
then I could say, oh, nice. How's it going so far? That's a feeling question. Or, how long have you wanted to learn? That's a fact question. Or, what made you decide to start now? That's a follow-up.
boom, 3 directions, endless conversation.
Here's another big idea. Don't think in single sentences. Think in stories.
Yes, people don't connect through perfect grammar. They connect through stories.
For example, if someone says, I had a really busy week, you could reply with a short story like, same here. Yesterday, I left my office at 9 p.m. and forgot my umbrella. It started raining like crazy.
That's so relatable. When you share a story, it gives the other person more things to connect with.
Right? They might say, oh no, I hate when that happens. Or where do you work? And the conversation continues naturally.
Another trick is what I call echo and expand.
It sounds simple, but it works like magic.
Echo means repeat part of what the person said. Expand means add something small to it.
Let's try if I say, I love coffee. You could reply, coffee? Me too. I can't start my morning without it.
Exactly. You echoed coffee and expanded with your own thought.
You don't have to give long answers, just small connections. That's what keeps the conversation alive.
Okay, but what about those awkward silences? The ones that feel like a million years?
Haha, yes, they happen to everyone. The trick is to not panic.
Sometimes silence just means the other person is thinking. Don't rush to fill it with random words.
If it goes too long, you can restart with a light question, like, so, what's keeping you busy these days? Or, by the way, have you seen any good movies lately?
These are simple, safe questions. They open new topics.
And if you really can't think of anything, you can even comment about the situation. It's so quiet here. Or, I didn't expect it to be this cold today.
Exactly, you're just restarting the flow, no pressure.
Let's talk about bridge topics. Small connections that move from one topic to another.
For example, if someone talks about food, you can bridge to travel. Oh, that reminds me of the food I had in Thailand.
Or if someone mentions a movie, you can bridge to emotions. I cried so much watching that. Do you usually get emotional with movies?
Bridge topics help you travel across conversation smoothly, like crossing a small river.
Yes, and it makes you sound natural and confident.
One more important thing, share small, honest pieces of your life.
Exactly. Don't just ask questions, also open up. That's how you build connection.
For example, if someone says, I love dogs, you could say, me too. I used to have a little beagle when I was a kid. He always stole my socks.
Haha, that's so cute. And that one small story makes the other person feel closer to you.
People remember how you make them feel, not just what you say.
If you want to be good at this, practice small talk every day, even short ones.
Yes, say something to the cashier, the bus driver, or your classmate. It doesn't need to be deep. It just builds your confidence.
You can say, busy day today, huh? Or, I like your jacket. Simple, natural, real.
And the more you do it, the easier it becomes to think fast and respond.
Before we wrap up, let's summarize the 3 golden rules of never running out of things to say.
Rule number 1, be curious, not perfect. Focus on listening, not on grammar.
Rule number 2, ask and share. Balance between questions and your own stories.
Rule number 3, stay relaxed. Conversations are not exams, they're human connections.
So, next time you talk to someone and your brain says, I have nothing to say, remember, that's just fear talking.
Take a deep breath, smile, ask a small question, or share a tiny story.
You'll be surprised how fast the conversation flows once you relax.
Exactly, because the truth is, you never really run out of things to say. You just run out of confidence.
And confidence grows when you practice. A little, every day.
All right, that's all for today's episode.
If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to share it with a friend who's learning English too.
And remember, the best way to speak more is to worry less.
See you next time.